What does your A value affect?
It affects the y.
Right. So every Y is going to have, what's going to happen to every Y?
It's
Every Y is going to be
multiplied
multiplied.
by 2.
Correct. So are you okay with another one of my bad diagrams? I'm just trying to be efficient, right? So what is it? It's a vertical stretch, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you go ahead and start putting down your points? Remember, your X value is not going to change. I don't see you drawing anything yet, are you?
No.
No, I see your cursor now, I think. It's only the Y values. That's right. Oh, I don't. Okay, I'm not sure. That's not high enough. I see some dots, but I don't think any of them. So this one, this point is what? This point is -4, 5. Yes.
Yeah.
So should it be at 10?
Yeah.
Right? That's all that happens. Correct? Your Y gets
Yeah.
multiplied, doubled. So put a dot there, in whatever color you're using. That's right. Good enough. So this is -2. So what happens to the -2? Becomes -4, right?
Yeah.
And this one is -1. So it becomes
-2.
right. And this one is 3 high. So it becomes
6.
yes. But you should line it up with this thing, right? Like it should be like this. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. So connect your buddies.
Oh wait. Oops.
That's okay. Did you just yep, that's right. Good. That's right. It's a vertical stretch. Thank you so much. Derek, can we talk about D?
Yeah.
Talk to me.
So there's draw the graph y equals f of 2x.
Right. So what letter is this standing in for?
Okay.
It is the K value. And what does K value do?
It like it does like the shift in the x.
It's not a shift. Well, I think you've got the right idea, but I would not use the word shift. A shift
like
generally is the K or is the D or the C.
Oh,
Yes?
it's like a factor.
Horizontal stretch or compression.
Yeah.
And what happens this time?
It doubles the x value.
It actually is wacko in the bracco. So it doesn't double the X, it halves the X.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why I call it wacko in the bracco, because it behaves crazy. It's you divide every X by 2 because it becomes a horizontal compression. So again, 4, 5. Just a second. This dot, this dot, this dot, and this dot. Okay, good enough. So tell me, so what are you doing to your X's?
Divide them by 2.
That is correct. Please go ahead and put your dots at the right spot then. Agreed. Agreed. Y value is not changing. Very nice. Agreed. Agreed. I want to move that one over slightly, but whatever. Exactly. That is a horizontal compression. Yes?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right. Emily, let's start with the homework.
Graph each of the following and then find the x-intercept and the y-intercept of each
Just
graph.
give me one sec. Yep, I'm going to put my line down, okay? Just because then I can keep myself a little bit more organized. Okay, I've moved to the top of the page again. And go ahead.
Graph each of the following and find the x-intercept and y-intercept of each graph. F at x
Okay.
equal f at x equals 3x minus 7.
What does that look like?
A straight line.
Agreed. All right, let's find your y-intercept. How do you find your y-intercept?
It's -7.
Correct. How do you find a y-intercept?
Well, it's like, well, if
You
it's
make
an
x equal to 0. And you're
Okay.
right. In this case, it's easy because it is your b value, but that's really what you're doing, yes?
yeah,
Good. So y is 7, so our point is 0, negative
That-
7. And
Yeah.
what's your x-intercept?
you plug in 0 for the y.
Excellent. Go ahead.
0 equals 3x minus 7. 3x equals 7.
All right, I just kept it that way. So 3x equals 7. I agree.
X equals 7/3.
Which I think of as 2 1/3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you going to graph this?
Start from -7 and then like go up by like 3, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead. And you want to? Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Agreed. Agreed. Do one more. There we go. Nicely done. Perfect. Excellent. And you have your X and oh, look at those nice arrows. Thank you. And you have your X and your Y intercepts as requested. Thank you so much. Sophia. B. It says,
Equals 2 minus absolute value of x.
right. Do you mind if we switch things around?
Okay.
Because I like this better, yes? Why do you think I like that better?
Because the x is for first.
Right, because I can now see my letters, right? With this -1, what is that referring to?
The x.
Sorry, yeah, it is referring to your X, but it's referring, which letter is it? A, K, D, or C?
A.
Why? What did you say?
A.
I still didn't hear you, but it is your A value, yes?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, good. Let's see, there we go. It is your A value. And what does your A value do when it's -1?
It
It
it's
is a
it-
reflection.
in the y-axis.
X-axis. Okay, A deals with x-axis because it deals with y values. And k is a reflection in the y-axis. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's just something you got to memorize. Okay. And what is this letter referring to? The 2.
The C.
The the C value. Yes, yes, yes. You are correct. The C value. So it is what?
The shift in the y-axis.
Yeah, yeah. We're not saying y-axis. It's the shift up 2. Yes.
Yeah.
So do you remember what a absolute value looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. Not a very good diagram. Let me try a little bit better. There we go. It's a little bit better. Okay. That's your absolute value. So now flip it and move it up 2. So that's one side flipped.
It's supposed to be like up here.
Exactly. That's right. That's good. You're good. I would agree. So tell me your y-intercept.
2.
That's right. And give me your x-intercept.
2.
2, 0. And your other x-intercept?
-2, 0.
There we go. Okay, thank you so much. Quartz. We're talking about C, please.
Fx equals x squared minus 5x plus 6.
What is this going to look like?
Pardon?
Say again louder, please.
Pardon. What did you say?
You have to talk louder because it's hard for me to hear otherwise.
Oh, sorry. What did you say?
It's going to be a parabola, correct?
Yeah.
So now we have a couple of choices here. What form is this in?
What is?
It's in standard form, isn't it?
Yeah. Standard form.
So what's the best form for graphing? Isn't vertex form better for graphing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Convert it.
but this one doesn't look very easy to complete the square on, does it? So why don't we find our roots? How do you find roots?
Wait, what's completing the square again?
Completing the square is converting it from from standard to vertex. We can do that if you'd like.
That's okay.
Why don't we do that in a second? Let's find our
Sure.
roots first. What do I mean by roots? Your x-intercepts, yes?
Yeah.
How do you find x-intercepts? 2 main ways. You either factor it or you complete the square. Yes?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, not complete the square. You factor it or you do
just factor
quadratic
it.
formula.
Yeah.
Oops.
We can factor it.
Excellent. Do it. Factor it, please.
Because you can split 6 into 2 and 3. And
Adds to
make
6.
everything negative.
Right? So what would you like?
X minus 2 and x minus 3.
Very good. That is factored, yes? So
Yeah.
what are your roots then?
3 and 2.
Correct. So that's going to be hard to draw on this little diagram. but bear with me. We've got one here. And one here, yes?
Yeah.
So do you agree that the vertex is going to have to go halfway between those two?
Yeah.
Your axis of symmetry is always midway between your x-intercepts, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what is your axis of symmetry? What's midway between 2 and 3?
2.5.
Correct. Now, we can find our y value now if we know our x, right? We would just plug that in. Is that a good plan?
Yeah.
2.5 squared minus 5 times 2.5 plus 6. Do you have a calculator?
No.
No? If I do that on my calculator, I end up with negative 0.25, which makes sense. So this is going to be very hard to draw. Bear with me. So a quarter. How's that?
Good.
And I'm going to get rid of those ugly ones. I'm going to make it a little bit better. There we go. There we go. So do you agree my parabola is going to look something like this?
Yeah.
All right. So we found our x-intercepts. How do you find your y-intercept?
y- Oh.
Let me ask you this. What's your value of x on your y-intercept?
Oh.
Isn't it always 0?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So just make x equal to 0. So our formula is y equals, what is it? Y equals x squared minus 5x plus
X
6.
plus 6.
If that's going to be, if x is 0, isn't that going to be just 6?
Yeah.
So go back to my diagram. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now see if I can make that a little bit better now. Okay, it's a very ugly diagram, but anyway, whatever. Do you agree?
Yes.
Would you like to review completing the square?
I think I know how to do it.
Yeah? So the answer, I would say that means you were saying to me no.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Quartz. Constance. 2.22a.
Determine if each of the following graphs represents a function.
Does it?
Um,
How do you know if something you determine is a function? You use the VLT. What does that stand for?
vertex,
Vertical
vertical,
line test. Yes?
yeah,
Are you familiar with that or no?
no,
Okay, so a vertical line test is basically this. Just let me go on to annotate, and I want a straight line though. There we go. So X cannot repeat. So see how this vertical line, how many times does it touch the function?
once,
That means do you agree that every vertical line is only going to touch once?
yeah,
See all the vertical lines I'm drawing? That
Yeah.
means it's a function. That is what the vertical line test is. If you can draw a vertical line and it only touches the function once, it's a function. Okay? In other words, X does not repeat. There's only one value for every X. Is that understandable?
yeah,
So is A a function or not?
it is.
Correct. And let me go clear. Go. Okay. Nicely done. Derek, B.
I think it is a function.
Correct, because a vertical line test only touches it once. Does it matter that it's not continuous?
No.
That is correct. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I thought I was still had the straight line on. It does not. It only touches it once. So it is a function, and the fact that it's not continuous does not matter.
Yeah.
Emily, C.
It's not a function
Correct. Why not?
because it doesn't pass the vertical line test.
Correct. A vertical line test, a vertical line touches it twice. This vertical line only touches it once, but does that matter?
No.
No, it has to be only touching once at all vertical lines, not just one vertical line. Okay, so it's not a function. Thank you. Just a second, I gotta get up off of annotate. All right. Sophia.
Suppose f at 9 equals 2. For each of the parts below, find the point that must be on the graph for the given equation.
Okay. This one sounds a little challenging, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it isn't actually. Oopsie, 2.2.3. Hang on, let me redo this. Okay, can you name the point that we're dealing with? Isn't it just 9, 2?
Yeah.
The point is 9, 2, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, and your equation is y equals f bracket x minus 3 plus 5. Okay, I'm going to ask you a few questions. What's your a value?
F.
A equals 1. It's a number in front. What is
Oh,
your
yeah.
k value?
Um.
Also 1. What is your d value?
Not. -3.
Positive 3. It's wacko and the bracco. What is
Oh,
your
yeah.
c value?
5.
Agreed. So your d value is doing what?
It's
Moving it
up 3.
right 3. And what does your 5 do?
It moves it up 5.
Correct. So far, so good?
Yeah.
And you got to remember that. Okay, so tell me, your d value is affecting your x or your y?
Your x.
Correct. These two affect your x, and these two affect your y. So do you agree it's 9, and then what are you going to do to the 3? You're moving it right.
Yeah.
So 9 plus 3, would you agree?
Yeah.
And your 2, what are you doing to your 2?
It's 2 plus 5.
Correct. Can you give me your new ordered pair?
11, 7.
Isn't it 12, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah,
12,
yeah,
7.
yeah. Good. Nicely done. You understand you understand what's going on there, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Nicely done. Sorry, hang on. That was Sophia, right? Is that Emily?
Oh, Sophia.
That's what I thought. Okay. I just had a little brain mix up there. Quartz. What's our first point?
Sine 2.
9, 2.
Wait.
Yes?
Yeah.
So 9, 2, right? And our function is what? Y equals,
Equals 2f x divided by 4.
right. Can you tell me, what is your A value?
2.
What is your K value?
Positive 1.
1/4.
Oh,
Yeah? What is your D value? 0. There's nothing being added.
yeah.
What's your C value?
0.
0. What does your 2 affect? Your X or your Y? It affects your Y. What does your 1/4
Yeah.
affect?
The 1/4 fix next.
Your X. Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah? So 9,
Yeah.
2. Now, so it's 9 and it's divided by 1/4. So instead, what do? You multiply by, let's see. Hello?
4. Multiply by 4.
Correct. And what about your Y value? You multiply by 2.
Yeah.
So what's your new point?
36. 4.
Agreed. Constants. C. What's your point? Nine, 2, yes?
Yeah.
And I'm going to write the formula out. Y equals 2f 3x minus 1 plus 7. Okay, tell me what you know. Which letters are there that you can see?
The A
So the A is what?
is 2,
Good. What's your K?
-1.
No, your K value is
Oh,
3.
wait,
It's in
no.
front of X.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that I don't know what your D value is because I can't see it because the K is interfering it. It always has to be factored, yes?
Yeah.
So let's factor that 3 out. So it's 3 bracket X minus 1/3. Do you agree with me?
Yeah.
So what's your D value?
-1/3.
Positive 1/3, wacko and the bracco. And what's your C value?
7.
Okay. Which of these values affect the Y?
A and C.
Correct. And it's always A times your Y plus your C value, yes?
Yeah.
So what does the K and the D affect?
The X.
And the formula is X divided by 3 and then plus whatever your, I'm going to say X over K. Let me just do it that way. X over K and then plus 1 plus your D value. Okay? Yes?
Yeah.
All right. So what's your first point? What's the point we're starting with?
9, 2.
Still 9, 2. So what happens to your Y?
It gets multiplied by 2. So it
So
2.
2 times 9 plus 7, yes?
Um,
Oh, see, I'm writing this wrong. I'm sorry. I've got it wrong. I'm doing the Y first. Oops, sorry about that. Let's do the K first.
okay. So
So
y
So 9,
nine
doing the
over
exponent.
9/3 plus 1/3,
Right, what does that give you?
10/3.
Yep, just leave it. What happens to your y?
It would be 2 times 2, which is 4 plus 7. So it's
Correct.
11.
Which gives you, I think you said it, but I
11.
didn't hear you. 11. Yeah? And for everyone, this is really important. The idea that, let me write it properly, that X and Y are changed such that it's X over K plus D and AY plus C.